Arbutus.
Arbutus house. It was a
Arbutus
beautiful
house.
house.
Gorgeous backyard. All these pretty flowers. And the husband did all the gardening.
This is a flower.
Geranium.
There were flowers.
I don't know if those are.
Were there any arbutus there?
Arbutus.
Arbutus?
Trees.
There's the ladies relaxing in the back.
There's the sweet room.
Mom and Dad and Amy's little
Mom and
room.
Dad's bed. I like
No,
the
this is-
Oh, this is
This
the
is
dam.
walking to the dam.
Yeah.
What was it called? Cleveland Dam?
Cleveland Dam.
Cleveland Dam up on the Capilano River, north of Vancouver.
I'll be your damn guide on this damn tour.
Best damn guide we had.
There's Dad explaining how the dam works.
Giving us some important instruction.
The water stays back on this side.
It was very foggy that day. It was kind of disappointing because we couldn't see. This is where it gets a
There's
little
the
scary.
scary view over the edge.
Oh, here's the fish hatchery. Fish slather. This was cool.
Yeah.
And it's very loud when you hear the sound.
That's the dam below the fish hatchery.
So the salmon would jump up there?
That's where the salmon,
Or they come in there?
Salmon come in that way, and that'll take them right up into the hatchery. When they go up in the hatchery, they lay their eggs and then they die. That's the ladder.
there they
There's
go.
the fish. There's the salmon going up the ladder.
Oh,
That's really cool to watch when they're really running. I mean, there's just the place is full of fish just trying to get up the roof.
they're really good with garlic,
Wow.
little lemon juice, little soy sauce, oregano. Now are we driving up the coast?
Yes. This was
North.
overlooking Vancouver.
And North Vancouver.
This was a fun place to walk around.
It's like a little puzzle.
Follow the leader. Come on, Kristen, you can do it.
Yep.
I'm trying to, I'm coaching her how
And where
to
to go.
Oh, there's the biggest
This.
monolith.
That's the chief.
do. It is the largest chunk of rock.
Monolith.
That sounds better. Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world?
I don't remember where this was. Was it?
That was
a
just
little-
on the road.
Yeah, we stopped several places and this is just one of the overlooks. This is the ferry going to
Now we're getting ready
Victoria.
to get the ferry to go to Victoria. There we are. in line.
There we are.
Sitting in our van.
Now we're driving onto the ferry.
We must have gotten the green light.
Ooh, here we go.
Well, that wasn't us.
Apparently not.
Either that or Tim missed the boat.
Run, Tim,
say
run! That's a little tugboat.
fishing boat.
This is out in the islands in the Straits of Juan de Fuca.
Straits of Juan de Fuca.
That's the Olympics, I think.
It was cold.
We were basking on the deck.
Actually, right there, it wasn't windy. That's why you guys were hanging out.
There's a boat like the one we
There's
were on.
quite a boat. Very.
matching. It's the twin.
That's my boat
Yeah. And your castle. In the
with my airplane parked across from it.
The ICA Folk Fest.
And this was a happening place.
They had like a craft show and bands. That's the government building.
That's the government building.
And the flowers. There were so many.
Oh, so
flowers.
gorgeous. And look, and the Amy.
There's
That's
the
the
Empress.
That's the
So it
Empress.
is the end.
You can tell because it says Empress right there.
And there we are walking. The ladies are shopping.
Oh yes, we were shopping and the boys were waiting for us.
Because we were on time and you guys were late. That's Washington.
The Olympic Mountains, the Olympic Peninsula.
What is that called?
A lighthouse?
Is it? It's not really a house though. It's just one of the buoys
A
up
light.
there.
Is that Mount Baker?
That's Mount Baker, and then on the way back.
Oh, and then the sun was setting on our way home. And it was pretty.
That was a cool sunset.
It was a cool sunset. We're already
We're
in
driving.
Horse.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
'cause
up-
that's
we're-
the dredge.
Yeah, we're up in
The
between Whitehorse and Skagway.
there we
In
are.
Alaska.
We're in Alaska. I've never been to Alaska, but there I am.
This is the road going from Skagway to Dai.
Can't find no heaven, I don't care where they
And that's
That
where the
is,
town used to be.
and that's wild iris that only blooms 2 to 3 days out of the year and happened to be in full bloom while we were there.
say you had money, you better be sure. 'Cause these hard times will drive you from door
It's a ghost
to door.
town.
So that's where the people would stay while they were waiting
It was the
to take
first.
the children back.
This is all that's left of where the town used to be. They came up come up the ocean, got off the boats there, and then
Dragged their way up.
dragged their way back through the mountains until they got to Lake Bennett, and then built another boat. And went 350 miles or so down to Dawson. It's one of the snowplows.
That's one of our daddies.
And one of the train engineers. Oh, wait, no. That's,
Here we are back at the Chilkoot outpost.
cooking our dinner.
Roasting our
Roasting
marshmallows.
marshmallows at about 10 o'clock at night.
There's our
This
bed. And
is
there's
at-
Amy being sick.
This is the White Pass.
Took a train ride.
I had to then run up and catch that. That's the White Pass.
No,
Wait a second.
that's the model train. That's the model train at Granville Island. It is a narrow gauge railway,
And it was put in
and it was built in 1899, 1900.
There we are.
Going up the mountain.
Gone from sea level to
8,000?
No.
3,900 feet, something like that, in 20 miles.
And it was an absolutely clear, beautiful, sunny day.
Yeah, it was.
Perfect. It was pretty pretty cool how it would bend around and you could see the other end of the train as you came around the curve.
Yeah, it was.
Way up north, way up north.
Now we're back to Whitehorse
This is, yeah, driving up
at Miles Canyon.
towards Dawson, right?
Right, driving back from Skagway up to Whitehorse.
And this is the Yukon River?
This is Miles Canyon, this is the Yukon River where all the gold rush boats came down. Only back then it was a lot lower because there's a dam there now and backs the water up. 1979, Grandpa and Cam and I went down that in the boat.
Just a little southeast of Nome. Sam crossed the majestic mountains to
And we're on an overlook looking at Five Finger Rapids on the Yukon River. That's the rapids down there.
Which used to be much more rapid.
with the northern lights are running wild in the land of the midnight sun. Yes, Sam McCord was a
Here we are, we're driving and
Driving.
driving.
This is what we saw for 8 hours.
We're still
And
driving.
we're driving.
Except in 1979 when I did it, it was all gravel.
And uphill.
Both
And
ways.
snow.
Both ways in the snow.
In the snow.
Barefoot.
We had bicycles.
You had a bicycle?
Our crude
Look at our windshield.
vehicle that we had to suffer with.
Yeah, we
while
were really
north.
roughing it there.
with his gold in his hand. Said Sam, you're looking at a lonely, lonely man. I'd trade all the gold that's buried in this land.
Here
Here we are, entering.
We didn't even slow down when we got into town.
There it is.
This is my grandfather's blacksmith shop, the recreation of it.
That's what
But
it
it-
used to look like.
That's what it used to look like.
There's our bed and breakfast.
There's our bed and breakfast, the pink
Oh,
one.
look at that.
The white ram, is that what we said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Moose Hide Slide. I know it well. It was weird how the two rivers combined. One was like kind of dirty
There,
and dusty.
One's clean and one's muddy, and you can see they don't mix.
That's the Klondike River.
The Klondike
and-
is the clean one, and the dirty one is the Yukon.
It looks like a little fake town.
It does look like a model.
Like a little model train should be running
does.
through. And here we are pooped.
We're reading Canadian trivia.
Oh yes. Playing Canadian Monopoly? Or Trivial Pursuit or something?
Canadian trivial.
And Dad and Tim were going for a while without shaving.
And there's a lot of trivia about Canada.
It's my grandmother and my father's grave on the hill above Dawson. When my dad went back in 1970, they reset his mother's because it was laying knocked over.
Oh, really?
We saw a fox up there? Or a wolf
Yeah.
or something?
Stone.
Oh no.
None of my relatives.
You sure?
There's a gold mine. He's mining gold.
These guys.
Dumping the dirt into the sluice box.
And while we were waiting for our tour, we went to Discovery Claim, which was where gold was first discovered.
That was where the gold was first discovered during 1898.
This is the way an 1898 person would.
With a crude sluice box.
And there's
Where it was
Bonanza.
found.
That's Bonanza Creek where they found the first gold.
There's gold in them bar homes.
That's the dredge, an old dredge.
We took a tour of that. Was that just in one of the... Did they like dig canals or something for the water? Or was it in like
They
a
just-
regular
they-
existing
it was
river?
it started out in a regular creek, and they dig a hole and build the dredge, and then they just kept digging in front of it and filling in behind it, and floating in the hole that it made for itself. And then that's the sluice boxes where the material would get sifted down through.
And here we are panning
Yeah,
for gold.
panning for gold.
Teaching us all how to do it. There it goes, flying out of the pan.
I found it! I
Oh,
found
look at
it!
that look.
Amy actually found something,
Buckets.
as I recall.
Yeah,
You might see it a little later.
it was very exciting.
This was a public claim, so you could come and
Yeah, the tourist.
it was a tourist claim where you didn't have to pay. It was free. Amy's going for it.
No,
Dad's
Amy-
telling her now, really fill it up there.
Now, Amy, what was your secret here?
I just, I did my best.
She kept her eye on the
Kept my eye
prize.
on the prize, and I took it one source at a time.
Gave it her all.
So when did you know you really had something?
Well, I think it was when I saw that first hint, the gleam in the bottom of my pan. And I just got this feeling that I knew it was something special.
That's Jack.
Robert.
Oh.
That's Robert Service's cabin.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
With grass on the roof.
But we went up and signed the book. And I said, my grandfather used to listen to stories here on this book.
So Grandpa Murphy was born there and lived there until he was like 6 or 8 or something.
He lived there until he was about 12, 1906 till 1918.
And then where did they move to?
Then they moved from Dawson all the way back to Truro, Nova Scotia, near Halifax.
Wow.
How well did he remember Dawson?
I think he remembered bits and pieces.
12-year-old is pretty good.
12,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, he remembered coming out.
Did he have any stories about living there during the gold rush time?
Well, the gold rush was over. I mean, the big gold rush that everybody knows about was over.
Oh, that's
When he
right.
left. That was 1898, 1899. But yeah, the family had a gold claim about 10 or 15 miles out of town. Out back, almost all of these hills and everything. He had gold claims on them. They mined gold there right up, they still mine it today, but they mined it actively until probably the 70s. Real actively until the 50s, 1950s.
So they still own the claim?
No.
No, they sold it.
Klondike cakes. Well, we had lunch.
We had a little outdoor lunch.
Klondike cakes.
And
What did we have?
we understood the phrase, the odds are good, but the goods are odd.
Right.
No, maybe not.
Here we go, getting our old time picture taken.
Look at that.
Most
They're
of the clothes were a little bit too racy for us Murphy women.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to be a floozy.
I wasn't really allowed to be filming any of this.
That's right.
She got really annoyed. Here we are. Oh my. This is our hike to Midnight Dome. We started at 9:30 at night when it was raining and buggy. Here we are on the slide, where the little map says, follow the trail across the slide.
There was no trail.
There's no trail across the slide.
So I would scout ahead and say, okay, Kristen, come this way. That was like a 30 or 45 degree vertical slope.
So you basically just had to go straight up and punch it because the mosquitoes were chasing you.
And that's the dome where we had to get to.
It was pretty incredible. There's a rainbow. There's the rain.
Rain with sun.
It's more like a sun shower at that point. The only thing that ruined it for me was the mosquitoes. Because we couldn't stop and enjoy the view for too long.
Whenever we would stop to catch our breath, we'd put on our hoods, pull our hands inside our coats and cover our faces so we wouldn't get bit because they were just hovering. And here we are, we're almost to the top, just a few more feet, and oh, it's straight up. Oh gosh, I'm almost there though.
We
I've almost made it.
started hearing Amy's voice.
It's the sister! She's there! We made it to the top. This is at 11:30 at night. We made it in 2 hours.
And then we were getting ready to leave.
There's the end.
Almost time for the end.